kind of prayer the Bible calls supplication. That is what we'll talk about when we pray in hunger. Supplication is that you are there is something that has made available for you, and your will is different from the will of God. It's a strong cry. That's what it means to supplicate. You are not crying because you don't know that what you are making demand for is not available, but it's a posture of desperation. You are hungry. You are hungry. That is what supplication is. That is what he told you about Jesus in Hebrews chapter 5 verse 7. He said he prayed with strong crying, strong tears. That is the part that most believers don't understand, especially when you come around the grace, people who emphasize grace and do not have the balance of the scriptures. So when they see us like this, when we are crying and say, Lord help me, they think we don't know that we have been helped. No, you don't understand. It's called supplication. It's when you are seeing that this thing is available, that I have not still seen it in the measure with which I want to experience it. You shift into supplication. That one, your whole emotions is wrapped around that reality, as though you want. Oh, you don't understand. It's called supplication. The Bible said Jesus in the days of his flesh, he prayed with strong crying. There were days when he affirmed, like some of us do sometimes, the Son doeth nothing except what he sees the Father do. There were those days where he did that, but situations came when he saw that I'm supposed to be like this, but I don't still see myself. Something seems to be fighting the will of God in my emotions. Something seems, I know I've heard so much about humility. I've heard the word of God, but somehow there's still pride exalted in my heart. I've been sitting on that teaching, but as though somehow I don't still seem to come close to what I've been hearing. Lord, help me. It's called supplication. You are pressing in with your emotions, your tears, and everything. It's hunger. It's hunger. You know, I had friends then who they had issues with me because they saw me praying like this. You see, it is what you understand usually that will work for you. Many people do not understand how scriptures play out, and they don't understand what prayer is. So when they saw me and they would see me be crying and be using these kinds of terms, I've not outgrown this kind of prayer. Lord, help me. I cannot even outgrow it. If Jesus at the highest point of his walk with the Lord, he was still praying with strong tears to the Father. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? That you no longer know how to cry. How did you become this matured? How did you become this strong? Some of you are too strong for God. Too strong. That's why nothing is changing. He told Esau, said, the day you get restless, he said there is a consequence. So your decision has made you become victimized, that the blessing has gone to Jacob. Therefore, the day you get restless, they left the course waiting for a day called restlessness. Then Esau becomes restless. The day you get restless. You see, that addiction, that masturbation, the lust, you give the and the righteousness of God. But the day you get restless and say, Lord, this thing has to go today. You are not fasting because you think, no, it is the restlessness. It will throw you into certain things. You will stay there and say, I'm not living. So when I see people who struggle with addictions, I know they are playing. Yeah, and the Lord is helping me, is merciful. We thank God, nobody is perfect. Rubbish. The day you get restless, that thing will not last 1 week. The day you get restless, you gather teachings, gather scriptures. We even got to a point and they got restless and they gathered Copeland's book. Husband and wife gathered the books and locked himself. Then after 3 days, something broke out and he screamed, I can never be poor. Restlessness. Reverend Christian Clement will talk and nobody will ever shake when he's ministering. Nobody will ever look like it looked as if he's just speaking grammar. He was doing everything they told them to do. He will come and talk the way he was talking. He said nothing was happening. The sinner will listen and will go back, continue in sin. So he said, no, this is not it. And he asked, Lord, what can I do? Lord said, are you ready now? He said, I'm ready. He said, then lock yourself. Fasting and praying. 7 days, 2 weeks, fasting and praying. After he came out of those experiences, it looked like nothing changed. But when he came out and began to talk, the reaction was different. Restlessness. Restlessness. I knew when I will talk, nobody will ever move. I knew when. But the day you get restless, something called the coals of fire will touch your tongue. The day you get restless, addictions are not strong, habits are not strong, pride is not strong. You are not as stubborn as you think. You have not just gotten restless enough. You have not. The man Reverend Chris said after praying and fasting, he came out, he suddenly realized he was humble. His walking step changed. Everything changed. Love just entered his heart. Something happened. But the key is restlessness. He told Esau, the day you get restless, then the yoke will be broken off your neck. The day you get restless. You see, yokes have size. And if you can contain your neck because your neck is still slim. But what restlessness will do to make you fat. To a point to come, you have become fat. The yoke again is no longer your size. The addiction remains because it's still your size. Poverty is there because you are still accommodating it. You don't know who the believer is. It has already been written about the believer. For this one, that sin shall no longer have dominion over him. But the day you get restless, you say, this is who I am. And you enter supplication. You enter supplication with strong crying, strong emotions, and say, this poverty, this lack in my life, this sickness, this addiction, today I bring it to an end. And you stay there and lock yourself. You take the posture of Elijah and you will refuse to go until you see the cloud in the heavens. You won't leave that place. People are not restless. Many believers are too strong. I want people who become restless. See, learn what I'm telling you. That's why I leave my own. Look at Jesus. He said, who in the days of his flesh, he prayed with strong crying. You don't know how many things are fighting your obedience. How many things are fighting to see that you will never shift in transformation. You don't know how many factors are fighting it. From limiting mindset to all the religious demons to all the pressure of the world. You don't know how many